everybody. It's your girl Suzette Viernon. Hi Instagram. I see you jumping on. Ethical Elements, welcome. Hi Facebook family. Hi Instagram family. It's great to greet you another Tuesday. Relationship Talk Tuesdays with Suzette. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I have to say to my Facebook family, I didn't bring my other electronic device, so I won't be able to see your comments, but I want you all to like, to share, to tag as many people as you can. Maybe some folks you know that are on their lunch break, and you know you all talk about relationships all the time. Let them know that Suzette Viernon is on live and she is talking. She's giving you real talk about relationships. Because we want somebody who's going to give it to us real, right? Give it to us straight, right? That's what we want. And for those of you who tune in every week, and even if you can't tune in, you listen to the replay, I got to shout out my girl Diane. Diane Rambo is a ride or die. Every time I go live, she is right there. And if she's not, I know she's going to listen to the replay, and I know she's going to talk back at me. I know she's going to have something to say. And so for the others of you, don't be wallflowers. You know, if there's something that I say that resonates, show me some love. Let those love emojis go up. Let those like emojis go up, right? That lets me know that what I'm saying is resonating with you. Today, we're going to talk about who's been sleeping in your bed. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Who is sleeping? Who's been sleeping in your bed? And how do you get them out? Because it's getting kind of crowded up in this bed, right? Got to be some room for you. So we're going to talk about that. But for those of you that are new, those of you that don't know about me, I am a life coach and relationship solutionist that help high-achieving women who struggle in their relationships to redefine what makes them enough in life and in love so that they can have love on their own terms, right? Got to make room for them. Got to be room for them in this equation. And so what I endeavor to do is break the cycles of failed relationships and help you to attract real deal, great love into your life. I'm at a point in my life now where just having good love is not enough. I have to have great love. And I know some of you all feel the same way. After all that you've been through on your love journey, the chills, the spills, the ups, the downs, the disappointments, the confusion, after all the struggle, nothing less than great love will do. And so that's my intention with everything that I do. That's my intention with having real talk. Getting to the problem behind the problem. Not just talking about symptoms, but getting down to the root of it. And I'm going to tell you, and you holler back at me if you have come to the same conclusion. This whole love system that we have been taught, this love conditioning, is a broken system. The reason that you're listening to me is because it has not worked for you. What was modeled for you about love, what you were told about love, something in it is just plain old wrong because it's not working for you. And I always say, if somebody else's terms are not working for you, it's time for you to write your own terms. Get clear about your own terms. Redefine what enough is for you so that you can have room in your relationships for you. Great love makes room for you as you. That's how you know it's great. So let's talk about who's been sleeping in my bed. When I was pondering, talking to you all about this today, I thought about a past relationship that I had. And I remember a profound moment when my terms for love stood up in me. Now, up until this moment, I was trying to figure out love on somebody else's terms. Right? Anybody else out there? You're trying to get somebody else to tell you what they need so that you can give it to them. Okay, if this is what you need to love me, then let me try my best to give it to you. If you need my hair to be long, I'll let my hair grow long. If you need me to shave my beard, I'll shave my beard. Now, let me clarify. I've never had a beard. But I'm going to tell you, in these 60 streets, and I don't mean the year, I mean me being over 60, honey, I'm finding gray hairs sprouting out of places that I'm like, what? I'm going to tell you, between you and me, I found a gray hair coming out of my neck. Out of my neck. I'm like, what? I didn't even have a regular hair come out of my neck. But I'm telling you, these 60s ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. But anyway, up until the point that my terms became clear and my own sense of agency came to the forefront, up until that point, I was deferring to what other people told me. Because I didn't know about love. I didn't know about relationships. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going on chemistry. I was just going on attraction. And I hope that somewhere in that, we just kind of worked our way to the happily ever after. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was winging it. And I thought that maybe between the two of us, if he's interested in me and I'm interested in him, you know, we would help each other, right? That was my approach. Being a good woman was my approach. Being able to take care of a home, knowing how to cook, you know, having a good job, knowing how to support my man, right? Knowing how to be a good helper to whatever his dreams were. That was my approach. And such was my approach until that seminal relationship, when something stood up in me and said, And I'll tell you, we were talking and we had come to the end of the road. And I was telling him, you know, I said to him, I said, now let me make sure I have this correct. This is what you see. This is what your experience of me is. And because you see me this way, this is what you think you have to provide. This is what you think you have to do to help me. because you see me in this way. He agreed. Likewise, I told him the truth about what I saw. I said, your style of being in this relationship makes me feel parented. It makes me feel like you feel like you need to fix me. And that doesn't work for me. So we realized we were caught in a cycle that it was just no way out of it. He had already formed certain opinions about me, and I had formed some opinions about him. And us talking and sharing more about ourselves only let us know for sure that we were kind of stuck in that, and there was no outlet. In short, we knew we weren't a good match for each other. And I remember him making this statement. He said, you know, I've made a decision that if things didn't work out between you and me, I'm done. I'm done with this love stuff. I'm done with trying to find, love. I'm done with the whole thing. That's what he said. He said, I'm done. You were it for me. I'm done. And something stood up in me. My terms. Stood up in me. Love on my terms. Stood up in me and said, but I ain't going out like that. I said, whatever your decision is, that's your decision. But for me, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. I said, as for me, somebody's black son is going to love this black woman. I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that. Somebody gonna love me, for me, as me, and see me as a gift to them, right? And that was that seminal moment when all the other beliefs, all the other experiences that I had, all the other stories I told myself, all the other excuses I gave myself, all the other whispers from past relationships that were in my bed got kicked out of my bed. You see, you're going to always be influenced by your previous relationship experiences until something more compelling shows up. Sometimes that something more compelling is somebody who says something that's true for them, and it evokes the real truth, the authentic truth, something inside of you that comes up from your toenails. You didn't manufacture it. You didn't rehearse it. None of that. But the real inside of you, the something greater inside of you, that inner knowing that knows you better than any situation you've ever been in. Every spill, that knows you better than the divorce that you went through, that knows you better than the domestic violence incident you just came out of. Something inside of you that knows you better than the past relationships, than the man that told you you were too much, or the other man that told you were too little. There's something, there's an inner knowing that knows you better than your fears, that knows you better than all those ghosts and personalities that are in your bed, making it hard for you to even find a place to sleep. All those limiting beliefs, all those ideologies, all those disconnects, all those stories, I call them lids. All those things that are sleeping in your bed. What causes you to lay in bed and say, is he right? And then you got your ghosts from relationships past that are whispering. Well, you know he can't be trusted. I couldn't be trusted. So what makes you think he can be trusted? You don't need to trust him. You need to leave him alone. Because he's going to do to you exactly what I did. They're in your bed. Oh, no. Remember that guy that cheated on you? He cheated. See, that's why you can't trust a man, because all men cheat. I cheated on you. And then the other one chimes in, yeah, and I cheated on you. And then the other man chimes in and says, oh yeah, because I wasn't even available. Work was my mistress. I wouldn't even show up. And then all the people that you've been in intimate relationships with, they all chime in and they sabotage. They sabotage you. And even if you like the person when you first met them, by the time all your exes get through with the pillow talk, they get through telling you, seducing you, telling you about why you can't trust, why is this, why is that. When they get through with you, when you see that person the next time, you are so off. And they're wondering, what happened? What happened to the delightful, sexy, humorous woman I met? Now here you come, you got a different energy about you. There's something different about you now. Where is that happy person? Where is that interesting person? Where is that humorous person? Where is that person that I just could not wait to see again? Where'd she go? What you do with her? And then, when next thing you know, that man is not there anymore, you get back in bed and all your exes say, see, I told you. See, I told you. He was intimidated by you. See, I told you. He won't real. He was playing games with you. See, I told you. You need to be suspicious of him. Why is he so interested? Why is he being so nice? See, I told you not to trust him. And you snuggle back in bed with all those people, those exes. You snuggle back in bed with them. And the loneliness continues. And so, how do you get them out of your bed? First, you need to recognize that anybody who hurt you, left you, or you had to leave is not reliable enough to give you relationship advice. Please understand. Anybody who hurt you, cheated on you, disappointed you, or that you had to leave them, none of them have a right to weigh in on your relationships. That's the first thing you have to realize in order to get them out of your bed. And the second thing that you have to do is acknowledge that you haven't made the best decisions. Now that you silenced them, now you got to sit with yourself and realize, yeah, I haven't made the best relationship decisions. I can't blame them anymore. This is on me. And then the third thing you have to do is get busy rectifying that. How do you rectify the bad decisions that you've made in relationships? You don't do it by ignoring it. You don't do it by just going from one relationship to the next relationship and one failure to the next failure. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. That's not the way you do it. You learn what it is that you don't know. You learn what about you don't know. You learn everything that you can that you don't know. And man, I wish somebody had told me this before I thought I knew better. I wish they told me before I thought I knew better. And that's why I'm telling you. And so if anybody who listens to this or who listens to the replay is interested in talking more about it, in having some help with the figuring out, with the finding out, with finding out what it is you don't know, and learning what you don't know, getting clear about it, learning how to apply it in a healthy way, then DM me. I'd love to talk to you. And hey, it'll be complimentary. That means free. Okay? Well, that's it. This is Suzette Vernon, your life coach and relationship solutionist, with Relationship Talk Tuesdays. See you next week. Bye-bye.